G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. First off, apologies if you hear any noises in the background. We've got a lot of work happening in the location I'm at, so that's just unfortunate. I did have a weekend where I could have had opportunities to do this video, but I'll leave it to the last minute. But anyway, we're going to have a look at shark or great white shark incidents that have taken place here in South Australia. Since 1974 all the way up to just recently 2023. There is a gap in 2014 up to 2021. I'm not too sure why I can't find any information. I'm pretty sure there were probably maybe one or two incidents that had taken place. I'm going to have to probably update this later. But 1974, especially in South Australia. Now, just a bit background on South Australia, it's the climate here and the waters are exactly the same what you get in California, around Los Angeles and stuff like that. Also in the Mediterranean as well. So, and the main shark in these waters is the great white shark. We do have bronzies and hammerheads and makos and stuff like this, but the main shark is the great white. At the moment, it's November. We're leading up to summer in December, so we're in spring. Temperatures are starting to warm up. A lot more people are heading to the beaches. I think at the moment the whale migration is starting to finish up. We've got the southern right whales that are located in the Great Australian Bight, and then the humpbacks, they normally migrate up to along the east and west coast of Australia up into warmer waters. And this time of the year, they're starting to migrate back down south with their calves. So around this time, there's a lot of large great white sharks in these waters, obviously. And as you can see with this location, these location icons I've got here on Google Earth are locations of fatal shark incidents by great white sharks dating back from 1974 all the way up to 2023, which was only a few days ago. So we'll have a look at this. I did have an idea where I was actually going to look at finding the sea lion colony locations. I did find one map, but that map was made up back in 2007. So I really want to get a accurate map of locations of seal colonies or sea lion colonies, so we can map them out as well, and we can see the location of these and where great white shark incidents have taken place as well, especially along the west coast. So what we will do, we'll focus on the west coast, and this is all the way from Neptune Island, southern Neptune Island, all the way up up to Penang, which is there. So these areas along here, so South Australia, main populations you would see on the over this location. This is Adelaide. Adelaide is the capital of South Australia. It's the main area for this state, and then through here, through the state, you got regional cities and stuff. So over in the west coast here, there are towns. They're not overly populated. These are more regional little towns, maybe a population of under 1,000 people. I'm not 100% sure, but a lot of surfers hang out and go over to the west coast because of the waves and the location as well. You also have especially down Port Lincoln. Port Lincoln is, if you know, is the tuna hub of Australia. It's also the location of great white shark cage diving, which happened at Neptune Island here. I did back in, I think it was 2021, I went on cage diving, and this is the location. Unfortunately, I don't have an icon but highlights. I'm going to have to chase that up, but I'll zoom in here. Right in the middle is probably where we set up the cage diving. They also call this gap between these two islands here Shark Alley as well. Like you would have heard that over in South Africa as well. So, like I said, we're going to have a look at shark incidents by great whites from 1974. There is a lot of reports prior to that. I may do a separate map and have a look at those incidents as well. But not a lot of information from those. So I thought I'd go from 1974 up to present, and we'll have a look at that. Have a look at that. So so the West Coast, which we're looking at here, like I said before, regional area, away from the main metropolitan city. Over here is the main highway to Western Australia, the Nullarbor Plain, and a lot of surfers, backpackers like to come over here. Probably say nearly all season due to the surf and good surfing and stuff like that. But this is a known area for great white sharks. I'm not too sure about breeding area, but a known area for white sharks, mainly because of the sea lion colonies that dot along the coastline here. So when you look at it, it's a pretty dangerous area to go surfing. But what is there? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll say 9 incidents that have taken place from 1974 up to now. So it's fairly rare to happen, but it is well known that white sharks inhabit this area in large numbers, and I would say they'd be fairly big, large sharks. So what we'll do, we'll go through a slideshow. So this is the most recent one a couple of days ago. At the moment, the surfer himself hasn't been located, so unfortunately. Then we're looking at this is the first one in 1974 on the 9th of January. 26-year-old Terry was taken by a great white shark while diving at Streaky Bay on the west coast. So this is Streaky Bay here. Don't know the exact location, but we'll just put Streaky Bay. In 1975, we got 7-year-old David was taken by a shark while surfing at Coffin Bay. They don't actually say it was a whitey, but more than likely it was. So we got another one in February of 1975, and this is at Long Beach. We've got a 12-year-old Wade was taken by a great white shark while swimming at Point Sinclair near Penong at 6 p.m. Now, this one here from 1985, so I would have been about 10 years old when this incident took place. This actually got me interested in great white sharks and following up on stories on this. So 33, this is probably one of the most famous ones. 33-year-old Shirley and was attacked while snorkeling at Wiseman's Beach in Peak Bay near Port Lincoln. So we got 1987. So Terry Gibson. Now this is an interesting one here. So obviously he wasn't found, but his gear was found, his wetsuit, and I think there was indications on his dive weights of sharks bites on there as well. So 1987, there was a lot of talk. This is where this rogue shark stuff I can remember got brought up because they reckon this may have been the same shark that that took Shirley in 85. There's no proof of that. And we go down to 27-year-old Matthew was taken while surfing at Waipinga Beach. And we've got 19-year-old Jonathan Lee taken while scuba diving at Snapper Point. Douglas was taken at Neptune Island. This is South Neptune while diving for abalone. This one here, a 20-year-old Tony was taken, believed to be by a great white shark while windsurfing. So that's the interesting one. So scuba divers, surfing, and a windsurfer. He was never found. They just found uh, indications that he's windsurf and his wetsuit and stuff like that. And back near, um, what is he? Cameron, 25-year-old, was taken at Cactus Beach near Penong. We got 17-year-old Jarvin was taken while surfing. Then we got 23-year-old Paul was taken at Smoky Bay. He was diving for scallops. 2004, we got 18-year-old Nick. Him and his friends were just a tinny, and he was getting towed behind just on a surfboard when he was taken by a white shark. And 2005, so that was December. That was August. 22-year-old marine biologist Jared was taken while scuba diving at Tyre Reef by a white shark. That's only just out from Glenelg. We got Peter Clarkson was diving for abalone. He was actually taken by two sharks. Now this Peter was actually on the TV show Abalone Wars. And just a quick reference to this one, he's captain of his boat. He's been prior to this one. I can't remember if it was before this or after this. He was the skipper of another boat and it got capsized. He ended up swimming back to shore, and his other mate was too scared to swim. He stayed with the boat because he was just petrified, because obviously he knows about the white sharks around there and that. But when they came back to rescue him, he'd gone. He's not classed as a shark incident, but there's indication that there was a shark around there. So just off of Edithburgh, I've been to Edithburgh. It's absolutely beautiful place. Love going out to the jetty, and the water is so clear. But yeah, the 28-year-old Sam was snorkeling, spearfishing, and he was taken by a fairly large white shark as well. And no name on this one. Emergency rush to a coastal town. This is 23. So this was a school teacher back in May. I can't remember his name. He was surfing and was taken by a white shark. Now this one here isn't down as class as a shark incident. I'm saying incident instead of attack. But this guy and his family, fairly young family, they headed over here for a bit of a holiday from Victoria. While his wife and kid were out on the beach, he went out snorkeling. He disappeared, never returned. They put out a search for him, couldn't locate him. They found some of his snorkel gear and stuff like that, and I think there was a great white that was spotted in the area earlier that day. So they haven't actually classed this as one, but it's more than likely that he was taken by a great white shark as well. All right, so that's it. That's 19 incidents from 1974 to present day. I'll have to get back to you about between 2014 and 2021. I'm pretty sure that there was probably at least another two, but for some reason it's like I remember a few years ago I actually made a map of this. I wasn't too sure about doing South Australian ones because it's a state I live in, and I just a bit funny about talking about people who've lost their lives. But I just want to just show you that. Just have a look at the locations. They're all dotted on probably extreme areas of Australia, South Australian coastline, where these have taken. These waters are home to great white sharks, um, especially along the west coast. Like I said to you, seal colonies. The metropolitan ones near Adelaide are interesting ones, though. These along the city and down here, a bit south, in 1991. There probably is sea lions or seals along here, but no major colonies that I know of. But I'm going to have to get back to you. I'll have to do a little bit more research into it. I just think it's just these people are just unlucky that maybe a white shark was just going through that area at that time, I guess. These waters also, if you've been a subscriber to the channel for a while, is the waters where that possible 7 meter great white shark that was spotted. I think it was like 2014 or something. Was it 2009? That it was cruising along the coastline here. So there you go, guys. And also, just most of these great white shark incidents, I probably would have to say 90% of the ones I've highlighted here, that the person themselves has never been recovered. They've been witnessed, but the the person themselves have not been recovered. So these are not like your shark incidents that take place in the eastern coast, like New South Wales and stuff. Stuff I've read is that most of the sharks, they do get big white sharks over in the eastern coast, up and down Sydney coast and that, but most of those are juvenile white sharks. These waters here in South Australia, these guys are adult females, adult male sharks. They come into these waters to breed. They come into these waters to feed. There's large sea line colonies that dot this coastline. So it's an extremely dangerous area. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for tuning in. I'll probably update this map a little bit better. I will look into about sea line colonies along the coastline, so we can actually dot those on here, and so we can see how close they are where these incidents have taken place as well. I'll probably do another one as well about Western Australia. Western Australia has the highest count of great white shark incidents in Australia than South Australia, especially around the Esperance and Albany and stuff like that. They have a mixture as well, a lot of great white sharks, but because Western Australia is so large, you're up in the tropical parts where you've got tiger sharks, bull sharks as well. And then look at Sydney or New South Wales along their coastline. There's quite a few very scary shark incidents. One that took place last year that was filmed by a fisherman. But there you go, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you're interested, you want me to look at maybe the country you live in, United States and stuff like that, just mainly looking at great white sharks. I do this. I'm fascinated with great white sharks. I'm fascinated in incidents. I just probably make these videos to be more educational, so you're aware that where you go swimming, it could be a risk. That's all. All right, thank you for watching. Drop a comment down below, hit the like button, share the video, and I'll see you in the next video.